Hey everybody, welcome to your first Rhino tutorial. My name is Alex Vernon. I am a second year 3G here at Taubman. We're pretty much just making these tutorials to give you a nice sort of comprehensive, albeit brief overview of these softwares that you're going to be using this first year. So this is the interface of Rhino tutorial. First thing I want to walk through are these these viewports. This is going to be the first thing you see when you open up Rhino. You're able to adjust the viewport size. It's going to give you a plan, perspective, and sort of elevation style viewports for your modeling space. This grid here in the center is the construction plane that I'm going to make a box on real quick just to kind of give some orientation. Construction plane is going to be where everything sort of immediately snaps to when you start your modeling, or you're able to project things to that construction plane to give you kind of a sense of space in this digital space. So just a few ways of navigating this. When you right click on your mouse, that's orbit right there. Double click to bring it to full screen, the perspective thing. When you right click on your mouse, that's how to orbit, and when you hold shift and right click, that's to pan. Right now I'm zooming in and out on the wheel, and if you click just with the left click, that's going to select the object that you're on. When you're in the different viewports, such as top, front, and right, you can pretty much only do panning. And if you hit control and right click, that'll actually zoom you in and out with a lot more control. The next thing we're going to talk about is how the selection tools work. So there's a way in which you can do a quick select and then a specific select. So a quick select is going to be when you drag from the left to the right, and it's just going to select anything that falls under the purview of that box. This full encompassing select tool is going to be from left to right, and anything that box touches, that object will be selected, even if it's just a part of the object. Over here on the right is the layers panel, the properties panel, and the rendering tools, things like that. We're going to go over that in another tutorial, but it's where you manage your materials and your line weights and things like that. Another thing I wanted to show you in the viewports are that you can actually change where all of your views are, so you can have them set to right. If you want it in that top right corner, just whatever really works for your workflow. Set it back to perspective, and you can actually get to isometric from here as well. To get some nice isometric projections. There's also the ability to sort of change what the models look like. You can do wireframe, technical, ghosted, shaded, rendered from this menu, this drop-down menu as well. And that's just the arrow there. Over here on the left is going to be some of these, is going to be the sort of modeling tools that you'll need, and it's the exact same with a few different options here at the top tabs, and then the very top tabs are going to give you all. There's kind of like 1,000 ways to do one thing in Rhino. It just kind of depends on your workflow. Some people work from the tabs, some people work from these icons over here. It goes from curves to planes to geometries and volumes to more tool-based things. Down here on the bottom is our Gumball Tool and O-Snap tool, and then a few like grid snap and things like that. Gumball is going to bring this little control tool up that allows you to manipulate the shape's location in the modeling space and the sizes, and you can rotate it from there. Again, there's a million ways to do that. And then the O-Snap tool, very useful thing. It'll allow you to sort of select specific parts of the object to work off of, and it'll snap your mouse to that part of the object. So right here I'm just drawing a line off my square and showing you that it can encompass you can sort of select the corners if you need to, you can find midpoints, but if you have O-Snap not selected, it's going to just click on a random space in the modeling space. This is how you turn on the specific moments of O-Snap, the perp, center, mid, and if you turn on the end, for instance, it'll bring you right to the end. So that if you have those checked, that's what it's going to snap to, essentially. Last thing I wanted to show you is the command bar. The command bar is where you can actually type modeling commands. It's a lot quicker than going to select it in the thing. So if I wanted to do copy and copy this certain object, I would type copy and be able to sort of copy it all over this space. Other ways to do those commands, if you want to do the most recent command that you just typed in, you can right click with your mouse and it'll bring select objects to copy. You can hit enter, or you can hit space and it's going to like select that last command you did, and that's a quick way to just do continuous commands.